Wait, actually, I could just unmute my phone and hear myself. 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 Wow.
How did that sound?
It just gave me another reason to peel my phone. Oh, I'm still hearing it! No! Microphone on the wall. Who's the best sounding host of Time for the Show of them all? I'm sounding tinny. You know what? It's probably that fucking Waves Max audio that's built into Windows.
That bullshit.
This is a new laptop. Oh, dude, I just fucking uninstalled that bullshit. That thing is the worst. If you're trying to do any kind of audio work whatsoever and get a realistic appraisal of what you're listening to, get rid of that shit. You don't even have to uninstall it, you can just turn the service off. I'm gonna try to do that right now. Sons of a bitches! Waves Max Audio with a loop. Uh-oh, I think I just lost you. Okay. Don't ever do that to me again. You scared me. I thought you were gone. I thought you were gone. I thought I was never going to hear from you ever again, Dr. Mom. Don't do that. My heart is not your placing, Dr. Fox.
Hey, Dr. Fox, did you check your voicemail for the 321-765 Fox?
Not immediately, no. But,
I left you one.
All right, we'll check it on the show. Thanks.
Well, now that I have a laptop, I can watch the chat in real time. Where do the fucking mongoloids talk shit about the show in?
Discord or YouTube?
Well, where in Discord?
Chattercube.
A lot of people are on the Free Think Radio server and the Time for the Show board.
Man, nobody's talking there for weeks.
Yeah, I think that's where most of it's at.
Well, tarnation! I didn't know they had internet access in Boston town.
I like apples. Yeah, apples.
apples. Because apples
So what, you don't like
are the only
dinosaurs?
things that rhyme with apples.
Grapples.
I gotta take a crapples right now. All liquid. All liquid. Oh yeah, it's blasting.
Hey, this is caller 23, and I just wanted to let you know that you're listening to Time for the Show on freethinkradio.com.
Show off.
The show, God. I'm Vid Chuli for Free Think Radio saying your parents don't like you as much as you think they do. Okay, so decoy fit is working. This is great. Although I'm supposed to sound better than I normally do. I'm using a fucking laptop. It doesn't sound any better. No one's gonna like me. No one's gonna like me again. It's like, how come you guys all get to be cool and have all these friends and I tried so hard and they...
Well, you know, Fid, to have a friend, you have to be a friend.
No, that's not fair! That's not fair. People should be friends with me without me having to be friends with them.
Do any work whatsoever. I agree. Friendship is overrated.
How do I sound to you and caller, Peas? This is me talking as a sound check. What does it sound?
Morose. You sound a little morose.
A little bit like a decoy.
Like a emotional sound check. Okay, I'm gonna get a little deep there, but I wasn't ready to confront these feelings yet. Right before the show, really?
I guess. I'm supposed to be in the engine room, so...
Pop and lock,
I had a
Peas.
seed on my teeth. I had to clip the gum line.
I can't wait until I'm a Peas.
It's a lot of fun.
It's pretty great.
Good evening, Hypercube. This is your best buddy and pal and my personal favorite, me, Dr. Fox, broadcasting live from Subbasement 27 deep in the heart of the Hypercube studios in the future capital of America's California, Orlando, Florida. You get a toot on that? Yeah, we get a toot on that one. Tonight, on Time for the Show, fantastic truths revealed like never before. And I can't wait to squeeze all of the hot goss and opinion juice straight from my favorite social media sponge in the world and Utah. Here he is via Hypercom voice bridge, which you can join too at timefortheshow.com. Click the Discord button. Here's Reverend Pease. Say hi, Pease.
Man, hi everybody. This is the best show in the world. It's the only show where if you are a listener or viewer of the show, you're almost sure to get mentioned at some point in time. It's like a personalized greeting card to you because you're special and we love you.
And speaking of special,
hi, Fox.
Speaking of special, I couldn't strap on my apparatus any tighter this week. Here's my favorite cranium-cracking comrade. It's Fid Chuli. Fid gets the wee-waws.
Let's jam.
Wee-waws. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Aster 6 making top-notch production decisions here.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah, I can hear myself. But yeah, you labeled.
Uh-huh.
You labeled things, and now I know where they are.
Why would you do that? Why would you destroy the charm of the show by labeling the dials and the soundboard?
Don't worry.
Stuff? Why would
Don't
you
worry.
Do that?
It'll pay off. I guarantee you it will pay off. All of this hard work and effort. It's almost like I anticipate something at this point, don't I? This brings me to my favorite part of the show. It's Cube News. All the news that's fit to Cube. I'm going to sneak
These
on
are
over
quick
here.
segues.
Yeah. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, yeah, there. Just a jaunty little
now
bit
you
more
sound
juice.
sexy.
Yeah, that's good.
You have a deeper voice now.
That sounds sexist.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Man.
This week
It's
in
me,
Cube News and
Dr.
Aster
Love.
6, you might want to cue this up in the Firefox window down there in the taskbar. We currently have a Hypercube project running, and that would be it's down there. Don't worry.
But where did it go?
Oh, that's probably
You haven't-
not a blank screen. That's probably the stupid media player being a cheese wagon.
You haven't caught that project yet?
There we go. So this is the link to this is available right now in the Hypercom, and I'll put a link up on the show. But this is the current project that we're aiming for. We have a bulk rate offer on some vinyl decals. Okay, they're stickers. They're not decals. I know, but we have some 2 1/4 inch by 4 inch rectangles. Yes, please.
Not to interrupt the sales pitch.
Not
but
now.
what's the
No,
difference
not of
between-
course.
What's the difference between a decal and a sticker? That you would be concerned there could be contention afoot.
Decals are those little things that come with model airplane kits that you put a hot drop of water on the side of your penis and put it off, and you go, check it out, baby, I'm a B-17. A sticker
Is it really
just
a
wraps around the
distinction?
penis.
Is there a group
Yes,
of people that will
apparently there
correct
is a
you?
distinction that has been brought up to me several times by sticker and decal
Really?
aficionados. They wanted to remind me. Hey, I love the idea. Rads, pretty cool. Reality augmentation, decal stabilizer. That's pretty neat. This is not any sort of applique. And so I give up.
Not
yeah.
with
so
that
now-
attitude. Not with that attitude.
So
either.
to please the fans, we labeled these as stickers, and we're
Get
already
your
halfway over the
decals,
goal.
kids.
But we're raising $600 for
Plenty of
5,000
decals
stickers.
for you.
So pitch in $1, and that's 8 stickers. And it's a no commitment fundraiser. If the goal isn't met, then we're not going to make them. So you'll instantly get refunded. So why not?
That's a tragedy.
Pitch in today. Again, you get 8 stickers for $1. So help us reach our goal.
What do you think?
And
I'm
go to
glad they're not
hypercubego.com,
decals. I'm
click
glad
the
they're not
Discord
decals.
button, and the link's right there in the Discord.
But
Did you
why
just
do
ask me
think
what
they
I
call
think when I'm
decals
selling
decals?
Don't Think stickers?
Why do you think what do you think decal means?
I think it comes from the French origin decal, which I mean I believe is to count the grains in your breads. Decals. You have to count decals.
I think that
Might be
that's a mystery
Germanic.
we should put one of the production assistants on.
Which one? Which assignment and which production assistant?
I feel like Aster Six is pretty busy being a producer and production assistant.
And technical director.
And technical director. You know, maybe it's not a production assistant we need in this circumstance. It's like an intern.
Like a
Maybe we
slave.
can get Scalpod to find out the origins of the word decal. That's actually something he would probably enjoy doing. I told you, folks, this is the show where you get mentioned just for listening. If I know you're listening, I'll say your name, probably.
He won't pronounce it correctly
Julie.
most of the time, but when he does,
That's
you
true.
get a shout out.
Kmart.
So really, every shout out is special. And if he does get your
So
name
I have
right,
I have a weird relationship with other Subgenius radio hosts, and I just recently
I'm
learned
the
that
top.
my most recent nemesis, Phineas Narco from NCN Network, has blocked me, and it disturbs me a little bit, but I guess this is how radio wars go. But I did learn recently that he has a safe word, and when he's irritating you, you just need to say the word Kmart. Or type it, because it's mostly written communication with. But if you type that in, that is the approved Subgenius default safe word. Like if you don't have a safe word and you're ever in a
Penny
situation
blocked
where
peas,
you
but
need
peas
one,
can still see
just
everything Penny
scream
says.
out. Just scream out Kmart, and everyone will know. Oh, that must be that guy's safe word. Because it's a word you would never use in a regular conversation.
Exactly. Like
nobody
if I'm
"Let's go to
sitting down
Kmart."
on like 2 stacks of bad dragons while a dominatrix is whipping me across the face with like a bunch of
I'm saying
Ethernet
Kmart
cables.
when it's too much.
You know, Kmart. Because
That's
during
exactly
You
right.
taught me that. Julie.
no point of any pleasurable moment of your life was ever spent inside or headed to or leaving a Kmart, except for maybe that guy
Correct.
that got those
And so-
tapes.
And I think there's only 2 of them left. Now, Julie, what's your safe word? Because you go a lot of times counter to the rest
Well, he
of the
doesn't just
herd.
go to the
And
regular
I'm sure that
Kmart.
you have your own unique safe word. Would you share that safe word with me and whoever might be listening, just in case I'm ever in a situation and you utter it, I'll know what it means?
Yeah, my safe word is pro-disestablishmentarianism.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
So
what she said.
you're for
Good
the
catch.
with
Good catch.
taking
Whoever said that's what she
the
said. That was a
destruction
good
of
catch.
the.
Caller 23
knows-
here, and I'm here to let you know.
Oh
he's-
no!
God.
Caller 23, and I'm here to let you know that my safe word is harder. Please.
That seems like that could be confusing, Caller 23. Now, Caller 23, this is an exciting moment, really, because you're here and you had a stint on the show before you decided to break off and be a solo artist and cut me and Fox out of any kind of creative, synergy
like a
that
heart
we had
stint.
together as a power trio. But we're all fine with that now, is that we're all here on the cream of the radio fame wagon, as it will. But if Fed Chili is also here, who is also from time to time been a host and is, easing his way perhaps back into radio waters, please don't tell me that we also have Flux Rutenberg in the studio, because that would make this a very special show. It
he's
would make
too
it like that
busy,
when Blossom gets her
He's
period
too
show.
busy not smoking and playing an instrument.
Are we finally going to emaciate your manhood when all 3 co-hosts are on at the same time as UPs? Is that what this is about? You think we're going to emasculate
I don't think
you?
so.
We're going to
I don't think so.
emasculate you
I
if
don't
you get
think-
surrounded by all 3 of us, and then we start chanting the phrase. You know the phrase, and we all start chanting it,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you know, you're emasculated.
here's the thing. If you know anything about the peas, you know that's pretty much impossible. When I'm around Fid Chuli, hair grows on his head. I am a fount of masculinity. And sure, chicks dig me, but I don't use that to my advantage. I try to maintain a cool, even, non-threatening, peas-esque type of masculinity so that people such as yourself, Caller 23, aren't threatened by my
I know
machismo.
peas reminds
I think you
me
need to
of
check your
something,
privilege right now,
and
sir.
it's like if you
I might have left it at the Elks Club.
there's more hosts in here, but I can't
That's
hear them.
right. It's apostasy ignored.
Fnord. It's just Fnord.
It's a steady.
I'm sure that she's here. I'm sure that she's here because technically I'm supposed to be in the engine room right
You
now.
are supposed to be
making
sure.
sure that
We-
the recalibration of the tablets
And when an
is taking
engine
place.
runs, it runs like a cool, effective mechanism for like cooking a steak. When peas
like a
is,
machine.
Peas is a lot like a steak. When I don't flout myself as a thinker, but when I can't help but just
Good
have
for
one of
you.
those stray thoughts scurry across my head, it's nothing short of just a vision of the loveliness that is peas, much like a steak. And if peas would learn to be more like the steak, I feel
Juicy.
a juicy, marbled experience. A
And
seared
tender on the
exterior
inside.
looks gristled and tough on the outside,
Have you been talking to Karen?
melts
Have you been
away
talking to
in
Karens?
your mouth.
That sounds a lot
Peas.
like me.
Is like a steak.
I believe it was Gandhi who said, "Be the steak that you want to order in the world."
Salty.
Rare.
I sleep naked with little girls to test my will.
That wasn't just a little girl. That
Gandhi.
was his granddaughter, for the record.
It was his granddaughter. It's even worse. It's even ickier.
Yeah.
The great peacekeeper. Fuck. And that's not, it was like dude, that's just how it was in those times. No, it was 75 years ago. It was not that way in those times.
Okay, well then
That's
the next
some
time
bullshit stuff.
that I bring up that we should reinstitute slavery and they say no, I'm just going to say, well, that's how it was in those
Which
times.
they?
But yeah, who's they, Fid?
All of the Eskimos that I want to enslave.
Oh. They, those people have had a free ride for quite a while.
Yeah, it's time that they
Yeah,
They-
like 40
Taking their
years.
coastlines, so we should be fine. I mean, we're already working.
They're
on
our
their
they're our
coastlines.
first
Think about
line
it.
of defense.
The Eskimos, they're like
They're
looking around
going to
going,
save us from the Ruskies and the
no, I think
Chinaman.
the Eskimos are up there in the Arctic Circle looking around like, it seems like there's the same number of us there always was. Well,
Peas,
'cause they're-
it's interesting that
because
you
there's
mentioned
not-
that.
They didn't really have atrocities, It's too fucking cold for like the cavalry to go up there and kill them all. And they're on ice floes and stuff, and pretty much all the white people were like,
And they cover themselves
fuck
in
those
whale blubber
guys.
and they run around.
We're
They're hard to
fine.
catch.
they're fine. And they just left them alone. And that's why those are the most intact native North American tribes that still exist, are the ones that are on British Columbia and the
do you mean
Alaskan coast
intact?
and the interior of Alaska.
The
Now,
only
listen,
reason
I
the
heard
only
this.
reason the Eskimos
There's a
still
stick-
exist. The only reason the Eskimos still exist is because
It's why I willed
Zyklon B freezes at 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's no way you're going to be able to shower them with it.
I'm just saying, if you're a Plains Indian today, you look around and you're like, fuck, there's not very many of us. There used to be a shitload. But if you're an Eskimo, you look around and it seems like it's been the same amount of people that it's been for hundreds of years. That's all I'm saying. It's just an observation that perhaps the impact
they're efficient.
on the Eskimos was not as severe as it was on the Plains Indians. And maybe it's their turn.
The
I don't know.
Eskimos
I'm
have
not
over
calling for
100
that.
words for peas.
Yep. And they've also hoarded all the dark for a long time for themselves.
They do keep an awful lot of that dark.
Yeah.
That dark.
Agree with it.
Dark.
Wow.
Dark over
I think
there,
we said
though.
we weren't going to talk about dark people.
I would
on this
actually
show
say
anymore.
that the Eskimo benefited from his encounters with modern civilization because he got like rifles and snowmobiles,
And Bibles?
which he didn't have before.
Plenty of Bibles.
He was out there in a walrus
Chip
skin
tracks.
and a stick trying to get a blue whale.
Sunday sermon notes. Veggie Tales.
VeggieTales is pretty great.
Icicle tails.
You know,
We should
VeggieTales
come
is
up with some
scary
kind of
little.
new.
Come up with something
We
kind
should
of
make
new.
a cartoon called Rockheads.
We all should do a thing.
Yeah.
Like we should
What
get
if we all
together
did
like
like a
once.
bit?
We should get together like once a
What-
week.
What if we
And-
do,
did a
and do
bit?
stuff.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
just.
but you have to do things too, because if you don't keep a balance between your stuff and things, it all goes to hell.
Yeah, and all we have to
Caller
do is like
23,
just hang out.
What's the matter with your arm?
Press
There's been
record.
discussions that your arm has been broken, perhaps in a drug deal gone wrong. Can you elaborate on that?
I fell.
Who pushed you?
You know, that's what my wife tells the doctor.
She would never, ever, ever hurt me. Okay? Sometimes I just make her so angry.
Who?
Do you know this signal? Do you know this signal?
What does that mean? I'm being kidnapped or whatever?
It means
Wasn't there some girl that got
you're
rescued
being
by doing
abused.
that?
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, but there's
I think it's called the
that girl
Applebee's
that-
law.
It means
That Gabby girl in Utah, she did that when the cops were there and they ignored it, and now she's dead.
There was also that girl whose hand got decapitated from her body because she was doing it and she hit a mailbox.
Yeah.
So I guess it's
And
a
then
wash.
there's that other
Oh,
girl.
it's a
who was
mailbox. There's no such thing as a female box.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
that seems
pretty
sexist.
sure there
That
is.
seems misogynistic.
How about a
That seems
them box?
misogynistic.
You know what I'm saying? Just a them box would be
How
enough.
about it is?
Delivered
Tis
by
box.
the them
What's
person.
the definition of is?
Them person. Got your thems
Ask
here.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, Clinton! Get a rope. Remember those hot sauce commercials?
Yep.
Remember? Do you guys remember? 'Cause-
City.
remember?
No.
Remember?
Remember that?
No,
guys
but I'll
remember
tell
that
you what
one
I do
time?
feel like,
You remember?
Julie. You remember I feel like chicken tonight? Chicken tonight?
Wow, I do remember
tonight.
that. I guess I said
feel
something
like
you
chicken
remember,
tonight.
and now you said something I remember.
feel like chicken tonight.
We're
It was like
remembering things together
1987,
on a
and it
show.
was basically just a sauce you could pour on chicken and stick it in the oven.
Fox.
I feel like
remember that
chicken
time?
tonight.
Hey, yeah, I remember.
Remember that time we killed that person's dog and buried it in their neighbor's backyard?
Okay, because I was in the passenger seat doesn't mean we killed the dog.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that
I
you
mean,
were
I
Just
buried
because
it
he held
under-
the dog
under
still while
duress.
You were
shot it
there.
doesn't mean-
You're-
Under
killed the
duress,
dog.
I buried the dog.
Look, if the
I
three of us
I
went
wanted to
somewhere
protect it
together,
from the wild
okay?
coyotes.
If the three of us went somewhere together and we were in a car,
I know,
and then
Pete, you're always
murdered
wanting us to go
somebody, and then
somewhere,
and
like
I
in the
drove
middle of
off
the
with
desert
you guys,
with you.
you guys would immediately be accomplices to that murder. You would go down for it too.
I know. I can't imagine why
That's
I'm
the
ever
law.
hesitant to fly out to Las Vegas.
That's the law.
Dog
So
murder.
if something like that happens, let's not have any of that. Dude, we should call the cops shit. You're already an accomplice. We need to go along with the plan.
I'm an accomplished
and dig this
accomplice.
hole.
Accomplished?
Accomplished
We need
accomplice.
to, we
We're
need
all
to dig this hole.
accomplishes.
We're all accomplished at what we're doing now.
Well,
And
that's
we're gonna
actually
pay
the
for it.
point where we immediately shoot each other. 'Cause
Ugh,
dead
I get
men
to shoot
don't talk,
myself,
Bees.
right? You guys can argue about who goes next.
What is that? What's that called? A Latinx standoff?
Yeah, that's when you only have one bullet and there's two dudes. You got to get them to line up.
No, a Latinx standoff I think, and now listen, in the past, racists might have called it a Mexican standoff. But I know that in the parlay of our language today, that the correct term would be Latinx standoff.
Because Mexicans aren't the only people that stand off.
It's much less racist. It's more inclusive of all the Latino people and their standoffs.
Like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Or jalapeno poppers.
You know, I have a problem with jalapeno poppers because some are quite mild and tasty and flavorful, and others are very spicy, and I don't care for that.
Is it your blind eye?
No, he wants to segue to something. Maybe he needs a cigarette.
Well, it's time for Dr. Fox's lungs' favorite part of the show.
It's Cube News. All the news that's fit to Cube. Bring the news thing back up. Let's see. Did we have anything else?
That's
what we got
exciting.
there? Oh yeah, the robot. Yeah, so we're purchasing a robot. That's where the sticker money's going. If you give money to the stickers, then we're gonna buy the robot for the Hypercom. And also, speaking of Hypercom, yeah, go ahead. Well, yeah, speaking of Hypercom, crapshoot. Sounds great. Don't forget to join your crew cube this week for extra XP berries. That's right. You can become one of the proud and one of the pride by being either a Truly Chuly or a Peas Pal by joining Hypercom at timefortheshow.com, clicking the Discord button. Go to the Crew Cube button and sign up, and it's XP bonuses in those rooms only. If you you banter like a psycho idiot in your Crew Cube, you'll get bonus points this week. Congratulations.
Hey,
and then
kids,
be
careful.
Oh yeah,
be
go ahead.
careful. Because they can only join one thing. He won't let you join both of them. So choose wisely. But I want you to know, if you're a Peas Pal, you're automatically, in a sense, a Truly Chuly. And vice versa, if you're a Truly Chuly, well, of course you're a Peas Pal.
Well, not so
But
fast.
You
Pete.
can only grow, you can only be,
About to say, it
in
sounds like a
one group.
fantastic bargain.
you can only go in one group, though.
It's not me,
All
man.
right,
It's
go
the
ahead,
robot.
Fox. I want to make sure the kids understand the nuance
I
of
don't
the
think
rooms.
that's fair.
Are you?
I don't think it is either, Fornord. I don't either.
Can you
I
go?
think
Can
it's
you go
outrageous.
to the chatter cube window back there?
You think it's
I think
outrageous?
it's
And
I'm
I
surrounded
do.
by Peas' pals right now. I'm the only one in this room that's a Truly Chuly.
On the left side.
I got Fox. He's a member of Hypercube. That makes him my enemy because I'm the CEO of Supersphere. And then I got you, that leader of the Peas' pals. And then there's
and
Fenord
the
over
pyramid
there,
of power
traitor.
and the
I
pyramid
thought
of
we-
I
power.
think what Peas is
Lords
upset
of
about is
Peas'
that
pal.
more people have registered as Truly Chulies than Peas' pals.
Oh,
No,
what are the
that
numbers?
doesn't bother me.
This is the part of the show where we go over the
6 to
numbers.
7.
Well, actively on the
6 to
server
7.
right now, there is one more Truly Chuly than there is Peas pals.
Ah, suck it, Peas. You hear that? I hope you choke on it.
Because that just means I have one more Peas pal in your nest. And that pal is going to be the one that betrays you, Fid Chuli. And you'll never know who it was. Will you? Yeah, that's what happens when you surround yourself with Peas' pals, buddy. And the pyramid of power holds no sway or fear from the super sphere or even the hypercube, although we have an uneasy alliance with the hypercube in the sense that we're all buddies and stuff.
Peas' autism does not remove the terror of the gods.
It's scientastic.
Actually, so what are the total numbers though? That's the active people, but what's the total?
Head over to the crew
Peas'
cubes.
pal, Chulies.
The numbers are
Yeah.
low, dude. The numbers are low. He doesn't want to say them on the show because he'd like to say it's, 670 to 671. but the numbers are low. So
Well,
he
you're
just wants
close.
to
It's
go with
670
your one
to
higher.
677.
There you go.
There you go.
Still anybody's game, I guess.
Yeah.
Anybody's
at any
game.
point.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I mean, I guess, Peas, you could always like post links to Hypercom on Facebook or something and tell people to join Peas Pals and try and get one over.
Do you
on
want
Fid.
people from Facebook here, though? Seriously, Argus Fox, would you want anybody that was really active on Facebook to be here in the clique, the cadre, the cabal?
I guess
of
you're
what
right.
is
How many stickers
Hypercube
can I
here
put
on
you down
Discord?
for?
I'm thinking I'm going to need an easy 3.
3 to match the 3 on
3.
your Jeep now?
But I'd like some decals as well if I could.
Well, that's
yeah,
gonna.
well, you should probably put that link out there again.
Yeah.
What was that?
Like, you can specify if you want the vinyl sticker or the authentic decal. Correct?
Sure. Shop freedom of choice. I see. I told you this would pay out.
Freedom of choice.
Color coded the buttons and everything. Lined them all up.
Yeah.
What color's my button?
Off.
Can you isolate that, Fox? That needs to be a drop.
Yeah, give me till next week.
Hey, do you guys like that band Bass Nectar?
I like guitar
Wait a
syrup.
second.
I'm sorry. Caller 23 jumping in here.
Caller 23, are you a Truly Chuli or a Peas Pal?
I actually just signed up as a Truly Chuli.
Yeah! Suck it, Peace!
No, it's okay.
No, I'm sorry, Peas. Base Nectar?
It's got this thing called the Immersive Mixtape Side 2. It's really kind of good. I don't know how I got all those people to be on his album.
Well, it's because Peas is a bassist, and he rocks the bass so hard that he squeezes the sap out of the very wood that the fretboard is constructed out of. He just rocks the sap out
Brazilian
of it
rosewood.
with the
Brazilian
power
rosewood. Is that.
of his rock.
Hey, you know why Skrillex sucks at fishing so much?
That's Skrillex. That's what you get that on your teeth in the ghetto, right?
It's because he's always dropping the bass.
What's that mean?
Bass.
Like he
Actually, that
he
works
has-
a lot better
he
in the
has
chat.
fish.
No, that actually
He
works
has
better in the
fish,
chat
and
than
he
it
drops
works
it?
in the saying
He
it out
always
loud.
drops
So
the
he-
pass.
What if he gets a
Bass,
carpy
bass.
or
It's
a
supposed to be bass
walleye?
because
Does he
bass
drop
and bass
that?
are the same thing on paper. Like
Are
in the
they?
chat, bass and bass are spelled the same way.
Wait, what was the
B-A-S.
But
question?
it's
What
the
was the
influx.
Why does Skrillex suck at fishing? Because
'Cause
he's
they're
always
all covered
dropping
up in them
the
goals.
BASS.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Oh,
You should've
I
led
was
with
gonna
that.
say
it
because
works in the Discord chat. If you would just go to
No,
hypercube.com
it's-
and click on the
dude.
Discord button, then you would
I have
this
kissed
joke
your
would make a
ass
lot more
for
sense.
about 3 shows. I have kissed your ass like the last 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 times since you've been on the show.
Yeah, caller,
And said
you
what a
owe him.
wonderful
I appreciate that, actually.
performance and a wonderful thing that you've done. But I want you to know something as an
Appreciate
artist. That was the worst fucking telling of any joke in the history of fucking man. And it was a typical
That's coming from
That is
Peas.
something that I'm proud of.
World Star.
World Star.
It's like
World
I
Star.
want to.
World
That
Star.
should be made an example. And at the end of it, your
Thank you,
punchline.
Peas. Thank you.
At the end, your punchline was to tell the joke the right way. So I don't know if that's brilliant or that's just fucking caller 23. I just don't know.
Well, I'll give you 3 guesses.
That's the joke.
He's on fire.
I was going to say the reason.
I was going to edit out the quiet. I'm glad I didn't.
Is because he's not allowed within 300 meters of a school.
Base Nectar can do a school.
That was. Oh, come on. That was. Really? No horn? Thank you. A little delay on the horn. I don't need your pity horn.
That was a little bit of a
I don't need
time
your fucking
stretch.
pity horn, okay? Fuck you. You take that horn back.
Now listen,
play it in reverse.
Skrillex-
You play it in reverse
listen.
right now. I don't want it anymore.
Listen, you guys are all, you know how old the Peas is, but when you're saying Skrillex, that's like that gold thing they put on their teeth, right? People put on their teeth.
Yeah, you get a set of
The
Skrillex.
Skrillex.
No, the difference is that Skrillex is a vinyl that you crack over your knee. You just crack it in half over your knee. Whereas Base Nectar, whereas
Jimmy?
Base Nectar is a CD case that you're doing lines off of.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These-
like
I
mud
do.
honey.
on the one hand,
One
you're
seems
actually
useful
good,
at 2 levels.
and on the other one, you're doing coke off of it.
What do you do off the top of
And
a
what's
mud honey
bad-
CD?
What's bad about the doing coke off of it? I think it's an honor to have your album cover have a joint rolled on it, or your fucking CD cassette have a line broken up on it.
What do you
That means
what do you
it was
snort off
readily
of an
available.
album
That
from
means that's the
Jellyfish?
first thing the person went to increase their pleasure spectrum. They were already grooving on your shit. Now they're going to enhance it with drugs. I, again, do not understand your reasoning, sir.
You like the
album
Beatles.
that the joint
Because
is rolled
here's the
on
thing,
is
here's the thing.
best.
And we've lost Hypercom.
No, it's not,
There we
though.
go.
It's not.
We
The
got it.
reason that I selected the Base Nectar CD cover is because it was the worst CD. Because it's the one that I don't care if I have to rip the cover off of it and throw it in the trash eventually. If it has cut marks in it, or if I just have to get rid of evidence. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, if your CD case is not pristine, like it came out, like mint in the box,
You don't
if
give
it's
two
got some
shits about
NRF.
hands,
you don't
then
really
can
give a shit about the
use coke off
CD.
it.
You
You don't
only
give a shit
care
about
about
it.
the CD cover. Oh, this CD cover is marred. I have to throw this away. It could be the greatest band in the world, but that doesn't matter if your CD cover is scratched.
Well, you're
You
not
see
gonna
what's wrong with you, right? You see that there's
It's
a
not
thing
about being
here, right?
scratched. It's about just something deep in my brain, which probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But to me, knowing that I'm going to do coke off of something, I want to choose like a disposable surface. And the cover of a Base Nectar CD is disposable to me. In
So
fact,
you
the
don't
CD itself is
save-
disposable.
Has-
The CD
You
itself
don't
is
save
disposable.
all your little
Everything
baggies
in there
and the
is a-
CD covers for when you're out of coke or meth or something like that. You have like
No, you just
like
do
you
it
can have
all
that
at
par-
once.
Oh, there might
You
be a
do it all at
particle in
once.
that.
Nope.
Now, what I
Nope,
did
you don't do
is
a
I would
particle
take
here and there. You just do it all at once and accept the
I
fact
would
that
take-
it's done.
I would take a little bit of water and rub it in all my bags, and then
Yeah.
pour that
Yeah.
into the other bag,
Yeah,
and shake
and then
that all
insert
up,
it
and then
anally.
pour
Yeah,
it
I know. I've
into
done it
all
too.
my
I've done it
bags,
too.
and then I would shot that back, and I would get a little something, something. So just a tip.
Yeah,
for
you get a
kids.
mouth freeze.
You're never out of drugs if you're creative enough.
That's true because I know how to
Wait, I'm out of drugs.
breathe.
I'm out of being
like
creative.
Timothy Leary taught me. You're never out of
Now,
drugs as long as your
Nord,
brain is still alive because you can trick it
You
into
have a
using drugs.
whole countertop full of pencils and pens with inks in them. So you think you're out of drugs, but you're just out of the drugs you prefer to do.
Yeah, go dip
There's
them in
other
gasoline.
drugs that you could go to right now.
There's other
You could
ways
be-
you can trick your brain into producing more
You
drugs
could-
for you.
I'm actually
You
wrong
could
right now.
sniff some gasoline.
It's a different kind of drug I'm drawing right now as we speak.
Art is
No,
a
no.
drug.
Saying you're never out of drugs, that's like saying, okay, maybe you got your dick shot off in the war, but you can just jack this dildo off at night, and it's
Because you're never out of-
basically the same thing
It
as
might
masturbating.
work.
If you have
Listen,
air,
dude.
you have drugs. If you
You're
have
never-
oxygen, you have drugs. Period.
You're never more than one sexual encounter away from having drugs if you lower your expectations.
But you're talking
Kundalini.
brain drugs, the drugs that your brain makes for you to make you feel good.
Brain drugs are the best kind of drugs.
I know, because you can make them out of oxygen. You can make them out of hyperventilating if you want.
That's
We're gonna find caller 23 hanging from a closet with a belt one day. With his
Are
face
you
on
ready
his
to play?
And
Is
he's
it a
kicking his hand.
drug?
It's gonna
Tonight
be way
on Is It
cooler
a Drug?
than,
Hyperventilation.
Here's the guy
You
that
are
gonna
going to
David
decide
Carradine
if
now.
hyperventilating
He's gonna
counts.
pull a David
Drug.
Carradine. It'll be for
who was
sure.
it? Some Scientologist or something that got busted doing that?
No, David Carradine did it.
Next.
No, there's
Yes.
like
The guy
some more
fighting
modern.
Carradine did it.
is a drug.
More
To
modern.
the phone
The
number.
lead singer of
That
NXS.
guy
One.
from Kung Fu.
Yeah,
Four,
no, more modern than the 80s
four,
piece.
eight,
It was like
three,
in the 2000s.
6,
Leonardo
Four.
DiCaprio.
20
seven,
years after that.
4,
Tom
But yes,
Hanks.
in excess, that
0,
dude as well.
5,
Yeah,
9,
wasn't it like Corey
Ron
Fieldman
Hudson.
or Corey
The
Trevor?
original Paul
Zero.
Corey
McCartney.
Trevor,
the
Trevor
original,
Corey.
Rob
One.
Ryder.
the
Four.
original Paul McCartney
1,
died that way as well.
7, 6,
George
the original
Harrison.
Paul
version did.
McCartney was,
4,
yeah,
6,
you know, a lot of people don't know
Weird
this,
Al
but Paul
Yankovic.
McCartney was replaced
Seven.
by Gerald Cassell.
Cindy Looper.
And
Zero.
he just wears
Two.
glasses
The
when he
Mamas
does
and
the
the
Devo
Papas.
stuff.
Four.
But it's
Seven.
Paul McCartney and Jared Cassell
Bob
are the same
Dylan.
person.
8.
Look at him. Look at the
Bob
pictures.
Seger.
6,
They're exactly the
Four.
same person.
Pease.
Bob
Let me ask
Saget.
you this:
Four.
do you remember
Bob
the
Johnson.
one, the, like
5,
3
Oh,
days
Don Piano.
that
7,
Paul McCartney had the
9,
wrong
8,
firmware
0,
uploaded to
2,
him, and he wasn't
1,
Paul McCartney. He was
4, 7,
Michael Jackson
9,
Elvis Presley.
7,
Argus
9,
Fox.
8,
for like 3 days.
2,
Do you remember that? Because
4,
that happened when they
One.
uploaded
This is
him with the wrong
9,
firmware.
7, 9,
See, here's the homage to Puzzling Evidences
3,
show. I don't like it when
6,
they do that. I'm gonna sit here quietly till he's done
7,
counting.
Oh, you only don't like it because Stang
6,
says he doesn't like it.
0,
You're
5,
such a poser.
9,
You guys
7,
don't like FID counting?
9, 8,
I did a whole
3,
episode of What the Fuck Did I Just
6,
Show based on FID
4,
counting.
He's really good at it.
2, 1, 4,
My favorite part is like 738
4,
to
8,
10,417.
Yeah, although
That's a good one.
235 is my favorite
7,
because, you know,
0,
you're always
1,
just looking for your
2,
favorite numbers, you
5,
know.
6, 4,
The way that randomness works, interestingly, is that numbers end up clustering, just like raindrops on the sidewalk. Like when you see
Right.
raindrops on the sidewalk,
Mathematical condensation
is it 3 of them that are close to each other, or is it 3 of them that are equally? Do you see like a pure grid of raindrops on the
One of
sidewalk,
the-
or do you see
one of the
packages of
hardest-
clusters?
One of the hardest things to actually do in computer science is generate a true random number. And even though we generate random numbers all the time, they really aren't true random numbers. They are actually in a
random.
pattern. And
How
it's
hard
a
are your
whole
clusters,
scientific
Pease?
school of thought where they'll take 7 or 8 different random number generators, feed those numbers into an eighth random, all
another
trying
one,
to
yeah.
achieve true randomosity.
Yep.
But what's unusual is that an actual random number, to be a true random number, is an almost impossible computing task.
I would go one further and say is an impossible computing task.
nerds. Wow.
It is an impossible task. The best ones that we
Well,
have now are what's that particle detector, like neutrino particle detector or whatever that we have set up that detects random, like
the one that's
truly
in-
random, or it's not
Yeah.
neutrinos, it's some other.
Yeah, no,
The
it's
collector.
it's
The collector's actually in Fid Chuli's mom's vagina.
That's right. I signed myself for that one, and you delivered, Peas. Well done. You have bested me, sir.
She gets 5% off at Piggly Wiggly's for that, for life. For life. That's right. No need to
She owns the Piggly Wigglies, man. My mom walks in the Piggly Wigglies. They roll out that.
They give her some free coffee.
Oh, hell yeah. They're like, oh, hey, Mrs. Chuli, you up in this Piggly
Do you know that
Wigglies
most
again?
grocery stores
Oh, girl.
most grocery stores offer free coffee somewhere in the store, but they hide it so people don't drink it?
But they still have to make 1 pot a day,
Whatever.
just in case.
And it tastes like if the devil shit popcorn out of his ass. That's what the free
What's your
coffee
favorite
tastes
part
like.
of the show? My favorite part of the show is when we take a quick 2-minute musical break.
Oh, you're not getting off that easy, Peas. After
I
what
was
you
gonna
did
say
earlier.
Blind Eye. Yeah, I was
Are
going
you
to say
kidding me?
Blind Eye.
We don't do Blind Eye anymore, dude.
Not
You don't
with
even
that
know-
Well,
attitude.
you asked, but what's my
Fuck.
favorite part of the show? That's my favorite part of the show, Blind Eye.
No, you don't even understand what the favorite part of the show means. I'm so distraught with you. You're
You may
almost
know
like
a lot about how
Yes,
random
he-
numbers
he's-
work.
I'm
but
just
you
a
have
guest.
no idea about how the favorite part of the show works.
I will say this though: the only one who knew what I meant when I asked for a rasher of bacon was Caller 23.
No, that was Cosmac, actually.
Well, both of them together knew like,
But
oh,
they both start
Pea
with a
needs-
C, so.
Peas needs bacon. Neither one of them got any bacon.
I'm
though.
going to let you
And I
know
would
right
like
now
my-
that was Cosmac. That was 100% Cosmac.
I was trying to make you look good, dude.
Who's your blind
No,
eye? Bwah, bwah, bwah,
I'm
bwah,
trying to make you
bwah.
look bad. I'm trying to make...
Well, it
All right,
seems
caller
like we're
23,
done.
you want to invoke the blind eye? Well, let he who blinds the first eye cast the first rant.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you right now, people that if you're on a plane, I don't know how many people have flown on an aeroplane or whatever, and I know Peas knows what I'm talking about, but when you're Peas and you're flying on an aeroplane and sitting in the middle seat on a 757, and there's like 3 seats on both sides, and then you're sitting there, or you're in the aisle seat, and then somebody gets up. Peas, is this long enough for you? And then somebody gets up. Now, I'm gonna let you know right now. Don't interrupt.
I'm not.
Then somebody gets up, and then the next thing you know, it's like the plane's in the air. You've achieved some kind of altitude where your angle isn't like a 45-degree angle going up anymore, and like people can walk in the aisle again. Like the second that people can walk in the aisle again, then somebody's got to go up for their overhead baggage that's in the overhead compartments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they put it in there like 30 minutes ago.
They
And
got
now
their
they
laptop.
go
that
in
they
there.
could have
They got to
had.
go in there. No, the laptop is under the seat. They got to go in there for like hand sanitizer, or they got to go in there for like a bag of cookies that they had to keep their 3-year-old satisfied, so that he's not screaming. You know what I'm saying? People that access overhead luggage during the flight. That's my blind eye. People that access the overhead luggage during the flight. Someone
Yeah,
else? Someone
that's a
else
good
got a
one.
blind eye? You know what I'm saying? Because I got a couple more of these. I've been saving these up since we're not doing these anymore.
All right, who's your backup blind eye? Caller 23.
Yeah, maybe, or just give Peas one of yours.
I know Peas has one. He's over there looking like he's mad that we're not asking him whose his is. All right, Peas.
Well, I know
Who's
that he's
your
figuring
blind
one
eye,
out.
Peas?
He's finally gonna break and tell us
Oh,
who
no.
the real one is. What's
think
your
he's mad.
real blind eye?
I think I might be his blind eye this week because I'm the leader of the Truly Chulies. and
So
therefore his nemesis.
You know when you're trying to get 3 rocks for 4, and the guy's like, "No, dude, it's
Like
2
he's
rocks
like
for 3,"
one of paper equals 4 of
and
coin.
you're like, "Do the math. It's the same number of rocks. It just give me a bigger discount for buying a little bit more, and you're off the corner sooner." And they like just won't listen to you. They won't listen to you. And then finally they shoot your fucking friend in the foot so you'll just leave and you got to go with no fucking rocks at all. I think that's my blind eyes. People that shoot your friend in the foot because you're not good at negotiating rock prices. Those fuckers.
Well deserved. It's time that those rock jockeys got called out.
Always breaking off. Gathering
Who shoots
moss.
a guy for trying to negotiate a better price?
Who's your blind eye, Fid?
What am I dealing with, a cartel?
At this point it would be the Asians. Oh wait, I did that one already.
They've gotten on
shit.
for a little while. I
say,
think you could do
I was
that.
gonna say.
You could do them again. I think it's been a while.
The Jews. Oh wait, no, I did that one already. Hold on.
Yeah, I did that one too.
The blacks.
How about Puerto?
I'm pretty sure you did that, Fid.
Wait, no, I did the blacks already.
I think I remember.
You or South Park, one or the other.
Okay,
What about,
all right.
what about
You did that,
Slavics? What about Slavics?
The Slavics, they're already doing bad enough. They don't need me slamming down. I'm not gonna kick them while they're down. The Scoopsnick News guy is doing pretty well for himself, but he's kind of the exception that proves the rule.
He's got the second donkey.
Oh, really? Do you have an
Yeah.
update for the
He's got 2
viewers
donkeys.
about what Scoops McNews guy is up to since he's on hiatus from doing the news, apparently?
One is because he's retooling. He's making a satellite donkey that has a dish on it so he can transmit to the Hypercube more reliably. But so far, the donkey has not liked the weight load or the bulk, because it's so big, the satellite dish. It's like one of those ones from your neighbor's house in the 1970s. And the donkey's working on it. They got a series of levers and ropes to make the mount more comfortable. But I think we're still a couple of weeks out from hearing from Scoops. And Satellite Donkey 14, he's calling it. Meaning that this is the 14th donkey they've tried to do this to. And they have high hopes that this one will survive. He's
All right,
Slavic,
Then I guess this week, since I've already done all the minorities, my blind eye is Tyco blocks. Remember that knockoff Lego brand Tyco?
Yeah,
They were,
it was
a lot
like
bigger.
it was a lot like the kids who liked the GoBots instead of the Transformers.
If you got a Stretch Armstrong, then you got those kind of blocks. That's how your Christmas was going.
Well, Stretch Armstrong was inferior to the Vac Man because the Vac Man came with a pump that you could give yourself hickeys with. That you put it in the side of his fucking head, and then you went, and you had a bunch of
I'm just saying,
balls.
if you
But
And
anyway-
you're all like, "Oh, she's from Canada."
and your other
reason-
toys were a Big Jim and a Stretch Armstrong, you're pretty sure your next fucking box you're gonna open is gonna be a box of these shitty fucking blocks Finn's gonna talk about.
Well, here's the problem with those blocks. Not only
Don't be
do
talking
you know
shit about my Roblox GF.
when you get
She lives in Canada, okay?
when you get the 96-pack Tyco set from your parents for Christmas instead of the
make it
Lego
stick.
set, you know your parents fucking hate you. because they went to the store and they were like,
Plenty of Legos there.
I don't think he's worth the extra $11 to get the real shit. You hear me, Mom and Dad? And so what did I get? Tyco. What the fuck is that? I thought that was like a fucking oil company or something. And then they make these blocks. They're big, so it's like they're for retards. They're huge. And then here's the thing: when you smoke them, you don't even get high. It's nothing like Legos.
Tyco.
When you freebase Legos, you get a buzz that only a 12-and-a-half-year-old could appreciate and listen to Leonard Skinner to.
Are
But
you
when
listening?
you smoke
Nord?
Tyco blocks, nothing. Fucking nothing. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So,
I'm allergic
you know
to
what?
all this
If
truth.
you've got Legos, you're never out of drugs.
Yeah, that's
That's a good. That's a
yeah,
good
I mean,
blind.
you
that's a
didn't hear it
solid one.
from me, but that's a unwritten secret there. It's one of.
And I just threw out all the Legos.
Did you
I
flush
throw-
him down the toilet when the cops knocked on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy Legos and throw them directly into the ocean tied to my car batteries.
Look at you doing your part.
Solid
I'm
blind
helping
eye.
the environment.
Fenor, did you have a
And the
blind
drug
eye?
problem. All right, Dr. Fox, who's your blind eye? You're not going to get away without doing one.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Mine is people that refer to Lego building system blocks as Legos. I can't stand that. And speaking of $11, I actually have a receipt from the post office saying that I owe $2 on a box that they're holding that was sent to the P.O. box. So I'm heading back to the mailbox pretty soon to take care of that. Aster 6, if you'll pop that up there. If you've got a way to inconvenience me and take up my time standing in line at a post office, then feel free to get in contact with Hypercube Labs. P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793. And you can reach us at email at timefortheshow.com. Which brings me to my favorite part of the show! It's Proving Grounds, where we go through today's nastiest headlines and see if our comic geniuses here are able to muster any witty banter, goofy ha-hoos, whatever I can squeeze out of these yahoos. So we'll go to Aster 6 with the headlines, and of course I'd like to invite our special guest tonight, Fenord and Caller 23. If you think of something clever, well, now's the time to get it out, because then I'll bust you later for thinking. All right, Aster 6, take it away.
All right, so we have a man married to a hologram who he can't contact his wife because of program updates.
T-Mobile says system will be back online soon.
Prenuptials excluded, any hardware from Cisco systems.
He lost the Bluetooth connection on his waifu pillow.
That's a non-fuckable tuchus right there.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, caller 23 chiming in here to say that I didn't have anything on that one. Sorry about that.
Roll
Thanks
'em
for
on,
reporting that you
Aster
didn't have
6.
anything.
Yep.
All right.
Tell
Make
us
sure to
in a
do that
longer
every
minute.
time that you don't have a joke. Make sure to.
I'm
play that
very
tape.
serious about this.
Serious comedy, that's what we want.
Please,
We have so for our next story, we have creepy doll heads washing up on Texas beaches.
Guy at Texas Beach just gets head for the first time.
That's got to be a siren or a horn or something. That's a good one.
Tyco Toy Company could not be reached for comment.
Joel
Abortion.
Osteen sees apocalypse on Texas shores. Told you folks you should have gave me more money.
Hey, Joel Osteen doesn't take a dime from the church, Peas. He earned it all from books. He's an honest man. Next headline.
We have a wild turkey terrorizing the nation's capital.
Redneck doesn't know how Bottom got away from him.
Pardoning list grows shorter.
God damn it! You beat me to the fucking pardon joke.
Thank
Fuck
you. Thank you.
Good.
And let me just pour a little comedy juice down there for everybody down there in joke heaven, for peas, and not Reverend peas, but peas of peas and carrots, and not Reverend peas of peas and carrots, but the turkey that big D-Bird himself, Papa Trump, excused for all of his felonious deeds, dealing methamphetamines in stovetop stuffing across 17 states. Just a few happy Thanksgivings ago. Here's to you, Peas. Roast in hell. You broast them or you braise them? You're going to broast them? So when you boil it and then you roast it. Broasting.
We're not going to do the Bible story.
Which one? Sodom and Gomorrah? That's my favorite.
No, Astor put it in the production room. There was a Bible story.
What? I just hadn't gotten to it yet, Peas.
It was the Bible story is the good one, right? About how.
Jeez Louise, I have a list.
Come on, eventually you're going to get to the one he's
got
a joke for.
I don't read all of them every time. Sometimes I get way more.
I know you don't.
You know, I get way more. You know, I over-prepare just in case the show's... Anyway. What I was going to go to next, but I guess Peas has a request.
It's called the Peas Quest.
Minus 10 points for referencing the notes.
Yeah, you're not supposed to,
breaking character, Peas. You're ruining the illusion.
Why are you pulling down?
You're wasting it.
It's like pulling down pants, man. Why are you doing that? We're in the show.
This is
right
spontaneous.
now.
We didn't practice. Can't you tell?
I like to look at people's parts.
All right, Ask Me Six, what's that next random headline?
Yeah. So a rare wicked Bible has that encourages adultery has been found in New Zealand.
Christians curious as to what the difference in this Bible is from the one they read.
Right?
Mysterious outbreak of COVID-69 occurs in New Zealand.
Young boys run in fear.
My Bible, my rights.
All right, I'll go back to the list now. I like this one. The drone carrying a bag of handguns across U.S.-Canada border.
Free Think Radio secure SOCAN license for one more year.
That's it.
That's it. You've been listening to Time for the Show.
All that needs to be said. Yep.
This is my favorite part of the show. This is where Peas apologizes. So let's get that camera zoomed right up in that beautiful kisser smoocher, and give me some whiskly tickles, you handsome bastard. Take it away, Peas.
I got things that I'm sorry about, but this is the thing that bugs me, kids. Is, here in Las Vegas, we got this world famous sign, right? And it's got like 150 regular incandescent light bulbs on it. And when they do like a special thing, like, it's breast cancer awareness, they go out and they change all them light bulbs that are normally white to pink. And if there's something that's like blue, they're metal. So today I'm watching the guy, and they're talking about we're turning the lights green because it's Mental Health Month, and it's an important month actually, and I'm not making light of it, but the point is this guy is actually, they got film of him unscrewing each bulb, their old incandescent bulbs, and putting a green bulb in. And I'm thinking to myself, this has got to take this guy 150, like 2 or 3 weeks to do this, right? And I'm like, in my house, I got light bulbs that I can change the colors on by asking Alexa to do it. And I'm thinking, like, I should call the city and tell them, hey, buy these light bulbs, it's save you a lot of time. Then I'm like thinking, who the hell am I to fuck up this light bulb guy's fucking gig? He's probably a union guy months away from retiring. He knows that he can switch those light bulbs out a better way, but he also knows he's got to look busy for the conspiracy, the con, the people trying to keep him up. So I'm sorry that I even thought or questioned another man's slack job the way I did today. And the other thing I'm sorry about is that Caller 23, while at the end of his joke actually told the joke well, spent 37 minutes butchering the joke to where we didn't know what he was talking about. And I guess it broke me up a little bit because it made me reminisce about them days back in the day when we would have a 47-minute show and
baby pee.
44 minutes into it, Caller 23 would finally stop talking, and then I'd do my apologies. So it brought back those memories.
Caller 23.
I wanna reach out and apologize. I'm sorry. Excuse me, Caller 23. Did Argus Fox say, "Oh," and when Pease is done with his apology, we'll let Caller 3, like it's some kind of trial or something, do closing arguments in his defense? No, dude. The show's fucking over. I'm doing the apologies. That's the end of the show. And you're stepping all over my accolades. As much as I disparaged you, I have accolades for my good friend Fnord, who I must say made the funniest joke during the Proving Grounds. And something else that we did that she participated in. Tremendous work, Fnord. Tremendous work. I'll be right back in that engine room recalibrating the star drive. And for that, I'm sorry, kids. Have a great week.
Well, that's pretty much it for this week at Time for the Show. This has been episode 199 of the TFTS Relay. We've been broadcasting live on freethinkradio.com as we have for the past 199 episodes. Thanks to Apostasy X Fnord, whatever. Reverend Clambake here wants to come in here and do all of her doodling. Why don't you come in and watch your doodle sometimes over at Hypercom. Go to hypercubego.com, click the Discord button. Thanks to Caller 23 from dropping in. You can listen to What the Fuck Did I Just Show exclusively on freethinkradio.com Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. And is there still the 1 a.m. repeat, Caller 23?
Yeah, still 10 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Pacific.
And, of course, Fid Chuli from the Church of the Broken Car Antenna. Fid, did you have anything for the kids before we leave tonight? Caller 23, did you have anything for the kids tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted to take a long-winded approach to what Fid really wanted to say himself, although he couldn't unmute himself. Basically, what I wanted to say is, now, and I read this and I quote, "My name is Fid Chuli, and I am a homosexual who likes having intercourse with ceiling fans, garbage disposals, and all other types of latex products."
Disposals?
I am a person...
Oh boy!
Yes, I grew up in the South, Keys. I grew up in the South.
The garbage
Thank you so much.
Disposal has eaten all the green sky pie. Ooh.
Where did you grow up, Peas? In the Pacific Northwest or the Atlantic Northeast? Or where did you grow up?
The back streets of hell, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Michigan.
Dispose all. That's how we say it.
That's a brand name. That's actually a company. It's like
so
there's only
Kleenex.
One garbage disposal.
So is Lego.
So is Kleenex. So is Q-tip.
It's the Robo Blocks of garbage disposals. The disposal.
Fenor, did you have anything for the kids?
Always remember your rubbers. Thank you.
And that's it. You've been
It's hard to
listening
get
to
'em over
Time
my
for the
shoes.
Show, production of Hypercube Go. Fund us at patreon.com/hypercube. I don't want to do the show anymore. If you keep paying me, I have to do it. There's no escape. Patreon.com/hypercube. And subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/hypercubego. If you're watching or listening to this right now, then you owe it to me to hit the like button. Do it. Do it. Do it. We'll see you next week, kids.
What's a decal?
I'm actually a huge argumentative person.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a moment, please. Due to the numerous requests received in the last 5 minutes, we're going to show you the steak again.
If you apply a decal to something, then you have a sheet, a plastic sheet, that it was attached to before you applied it to the surface that it got applied to.
A sticker comes with its own...
And the sticker is the entire sticker.
No, it's a sticker if it comes with its own adhesive. It's a decal if you have to like iron it on or do something to it.
It's not about ironing it on or anything. It's about transferring it from the plastic layer to wherever it goes.
So here's the thing. Let's break it down. Obviously, based on caller 23's proposition, it's decaling. So it's you're removing it from a sheet. So that's the D part of the word. I decaled this.
From
so
this
what does cal mean?
sheet.
What does the word cal mean? That
probably calorie, the number of calories,
we removed cal
that it took. Yeah, it's like calories, the number of direct heat that it took. Calories is a measure of heat.
This is what bothers me.
Kilocalories. Maybe we should say kilocalories.
I expect a guy that understands the nuance between decal and a sticker to understand what the word decal means. We know D means to remove or extract or separate.
It means
okay?
that
but what does cal mean? And can we know that calorie is
I'll tell you right now.
Cal is an abbreviation of that. This denotion of the word cal means something different than a unit of heat, good sir.
It means Cal Ripken.
No, it does and it doesn't. I mean, what it means is to attach through heat. You know how like Spanish does Spanish sometimes backwards? You read the sentence, and when it's actually you read it, it's backwards from how you have learned English this whole time.
It's noun adjective instead of adjective
subject,
noun.
object, verb instead of subject, object, verb. You know what I'm saying? Subject, verb, object, subject, object, verb.
Explain that to me at great length, please.
The difference between languages, Peas, you grew up with one where you understand how it goes. There are you subject.
So I would
verb,
not be
object.
Fluent in French. I would not be fluent in French and Spanish.
You're fluent in world. You're immediately fluent in any
Those
language.
Are not my mother tongue.
Subject, verb, object language. But
have you ever
not
thought maybe my struggle with
verb.
English is the fact that not my mother tongue?
I get the feeling that you don't just struggle with English. I get the feeling that you just struggle in general.
Decalomania from French is the decorative technique by which engravings and prints may be transferred to pottery or other materials. Today, the shortened version is decal. Now, was that so fucking hard?
A decal is anything where you apply it and then you still have something in your hand.
Excuse me. If you're going to get that tone with me, I would appreciate if you use the correct French term, decalomania, or as pronounced in French, decalomana.
Decalomana. After the ancient Indian Native American French.
I'm going to apply the decalomania to my model.
I'll tell you something. A decal is anything that you apply it and then you still have something in your hand after that.
But
if I take a sticker and put it on a thing, I've got the sticker backing in my hand. That is
not the backing. The entire sticker. The entire sticker is on there, and you're not holding any more of the sticker.
You know what, Peas? I agree with you.
Listen, are you telling me that when you take a sticker off, you're still holding some part of the sticker in your hand?
You're right.
You're right. And you've got some part of the sticker still in your hand. That's what you're saying.
You're right. You're totally right. You're exactly right, Peas. I think you've updated my assessment of the situation. You've corrected me. You ready? New definition.
Okay. All right.
Sticker is if you stick it on something and you have something left over that was from the bottom of it. Decal is if you stick it on something and you have something left in your hand that's from the top of it. From the side that's closest to the person reading it.
All right.
Decal is if you have a clear thing from the top of it, and sticker is if you have a piece of wax paper from the bottom of it.
Decalomania. Yeah. See, here's the thing, caller 23, is that words matter.
You're welcome.
And when I asked earlier in the call, where did the word decal come from? Y'all mocked
it came from Decal, Alabama.
No, it came from Decalomania, which is the French word that's been established.
Decal County, Alabama.
And it's a hat tip and a Norman Q. Rickshaw, MBA. You are my new friend.
Oh my God.
Unless you turn out to be creepy and shit, and then fuck it.
Wait, who are you talking
guys,
about?
I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Were you talking about It's Jen?
Caller 23 loves you most.
I think he was talking about It's Jen.
No, he.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Well, now, caller, let's not be bashful. We all know he was talking about you.
I think he was talking about you, Dr. Chuli.
No, you know what? Caller 23, it's okay to feel loved, okay? You don't have to just push it away. Every time somebody offers you their love, it's okay to accept it. You're worth it, caller 23. It's okay.
Fid Chuli, I understand what you're saying on a logical sense and from like a regular sense of view, but at the same time, you don't understand that when your parents don't love you, then there is no other love that will be as meaningful as that. And then you can't. It's love. They want. You know, to be a friend, you have to have a friend. You have to be a friend.
You need to have a model.
Dr. Chuli.
Well, you know what?
You just don't understand. People are so complex.
You know what? I've heard a lot of people say that to me, and when it really came down to when I talked to about them is that they thought it was too late for them. They thought I've never had a meaningful relationship in my life because of my parents, and it's too late for me now because I'm at the age that I am right now where there's no going back. I'm past the point of no return, and you know what? I'm here to tell you, caller 23, I've turned these people around with the power of my rock. They thought it was too late for them.
Salt crystal.
They said, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 60s. I can't just start having meaningful relationships that have an impact on my life. My life's already over. I said, not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
And then I introduced them to Peas.
Yeah.
And Peas was their friend, he was their buddy, and their pal, all three at the same time.
Mm.
And then they were able to take that experience and look back on their life through that newfound lens and find the meaning in the things that they did. They didn't even know that they had done.
No, I totally hear you.
Fid is a true Peas prophet.
Well,
he's exactly right.
Under the Peas Profit brand. That's actually one of my competitors.
Oh.
No, Fit is totally right, though. I mean, Pease is the kind of guy that really looks down onto you and he says, "What was your childhood like, young madam or young sir?"
Right.
And he says, "What was your childhood like? Were you like the peas?" And and it turns out, if you were like the peas, then you're basically golden. If you weren't like the peas, then you ended up like Reverend Lord Ferg.
Well, it all depends on what style of peas. Are you canned peas? Are you sugar snap
we're talking
peas?
mashed peas.
Oh,
Pea,
okay.
Yeah, pea cream.
Pea puree.
Yeah,
Yes.
pea puree. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys measuring your penis?
Yeah, but I use the metric side because the number is higher. Double digits, baby. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Double digits in metric.
This baby weighs 0.47 kigs, yo.
Wait until you hear how long my dick is in Planck length.
Oh, do tell.
It's huge.
You're kidding me. Yeah, no, it's huge. It's huge. It's
You have
almost
to
as
use
big
like
as mine.
scientific notation to like say how big my dick is. It's awesome.
How many giraffes? Is your Sorry.
Well, baby giraffes.
Well, I mean, if a giraffe was as big as Planck's constant, then a ton.
How big is your penis next to a baby giraffe?
Is it like 1.5 giraffes?
About 1/500th.
The real measurement of how big your dick is how much of your dick can't you fit into the mouth of a baby giraffe. Like how much of your dick is left over once you've hit the back of that baby giraffe's throat.
Touche, sir.
That's because that overcomes the cheat of like where when you use a ruler, but you like push it into your stomach a little bit to get, another extra quarter inch, like you jam it in there. It's like, no. We're going to do it from the front, not from the back. We're not going to put 0 at the base. We're going to put 0 at the tip.
Yep.
Yeah. Jam your dick as hard as you can down this baby giraffe's esophagus. And whatever's left over past its lips, that will be the measurement. And that way you can't cheat. It's just to eliminate the cheating.
Well, okay.
What would it take to breed a baby giraffe with no teeth? Or does the giraffe have teeth? Because I'm assuming, what would it take to make a baby giraffe test bed for this? That you would have to, first of all, have a baby giraffe, and then second, knock all its teeth in and remove them. Because if you don't remove those teeth, you know what I'm saying?
That calls for a skilled surgeon.
Probably snipping the tip of the tongue, too, just to cut that back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, first of all, the test bed that you would use to do this is a holy abomination, Fid.
Well, no, it's not an abomination.
Just in beginning to test it would already take so many violations of nature.
Okay, slow your roll, because that's Russian disinformation right there. The thing is, this is not an abomination, it's an honor. These baby giraffes spend their entire baby lives competing.
Hoping that their tongue will be cut out.
To get the honor to be able to compete in the the Westminster Baby Giraffe Show.
Westminster Baby Giraffe, my tongue was cut out, and also I don't have any teeth.
No. They didn't haven't earned getting their tongues cut out at that point. Okay, they still have to work for that. They still have to go to the Westminster Baby Giraffe Show and get paraded around and have the judges' dicks rammed down their throats before they are even determined to be
the gag
eligible
out,
for
I believe is what they call that. Yeah. Yeah, the gag
have
out.
their tongues. Yeah, that's a high honor that these baby giraffes compete for. Okay, it's not an abomination. It's an achievement.
Nature. Yep.
Is this a biennial event or? I mean,
it's semi-annual.
It depends. It's market price. Market price. Like,